Someone may want to meditate today. Hey, YouTube. My Meditate to Your Levitate page and join the group. And for those people on Facebook, please and join us, please. So we have been interrupted. So we're going to start today with a story by IYANLA. We're still working on forgiveness and not judging our relationship with money. Hey, Francine. Hey, Elsie, how are you? So we're forgiving ourselves for judging our relationship with money. Now, what does that mean? Our relationship with money. Do you save? Do you pay yourself first? Do you get angst and anxiety when it comes down to paying bills? Do you have more bills left at the end of the month than money? Not realize that you are born to be abundant. But what happens is our frame of mind, our belief systems about, it takes money to enjoy true. In my mind, I say no, it's not really true. It takes money to do some of the things like go to Paris, go to all the shows, or buy, or seeing that food is expensive. So what's it like to go to the store and buy lobster? What's the big steak? I don't know what kind of steak that is. That's the best round, or the best. I don't eat red meat, so I don't. Being able to buy exactly what you want, or perhaps you go to the store and you see a tennis bracelet or a bicycle that you'd like to buy for your family, or you like to buy them designer clothes. I used to go to the stores. There's a store in Connecticut Avenue that sells minks and furs, and I haven't been in a long time, but I would go in there all the time and try on coats and walk around and smush my face in them. And I became to have a relationship with the people. I desire to have a fur. Then I don't think I'm gonna need a fur for real, for real. You never know. So Persian lambs and fox, that's what I like. Mink, long hair mink coats, I love them. Am I worthy enough to have them? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. When I look at my bank account and when I look in my wallet, do I see funds, or do I get upset because I don't see funds? Do I say to myself, I am wealthy, whole, and complete? All things come to prosper me. So IYANLA VANZaNT has a story in her book about her relationship with money and how she changed it. I would suggest that you get this book and that you read some of the things. And what she said is that she lived for a long time in a paycheck to paycheck mentality, and so did her parents. There was never enough food at the end of the week right before payday. How many of us live in that experience? Do you look in your refrigerator and you see emptiness next to right around the time that it's time for you to go to the grocery store with your paycheck? Or do you go to places like Costco's and buy more than enough? What do you do, and how do you feel about your money and how you use it or abuse it, how it comes to you or not? There is no judgment. There's just change. So how IYANLA wrote this book, read a book by Catherine Ponder. Unless you can't giving in order you have nothing to say. Or perhaps one of your wealthy friends will say, what can I offer offer you to make your life easier. Instead of saying use an extra $200, is that possible? And they say yes. And you say, oh, really? And then your next thought or question might be, so what do I have to do for this $200? And they may say it's a gift. How dare you think that I want something in return? I can afford to give you. Has that ever happened to you? It has happened to me. I desire better. I know that I'm worthy of it, and so are you. But first you have to change your mindset to know that you are worthy of receiving all that you desire. And you don't have to worry about where it's coming from. You can't really focus on that. I remember saying to myself one day that I was going to make $100 a day. And that's not a lot of money. And then I became a teacher and I was making like $100 some odd dollars a day. By the time I ended, I was making quite a bit more than that. But you have to put in thought. How much is your time worth to you? Is your time worth enough to put yourself first before you start funding somebody else's program? Every time I get paid with my retirement, I put $200 in various accounts. Every time I get my check from my part-time job, I put $300 in those accounts. Paying myself first is the most important thing that I can do for myself. And then I can worry about everybody else. That's including my rent. I don't pay my rent first. It comes out the first week, but that's not the first thing of my intent. It goes out automatically. So that's not my first intent. My first intent and my first intention is to pay myself first. I know that money grows on trees. It's made out of paper. Really? I know and feel and believe that there is gold dust in the air. Why? Scientifically, when a nova star explodes, all the minerals fall to earth. I know that in my body, I have gold minerals in my body, just as I have all the other sulfur, all those chemicals that are on that chart. Change your mindset, change your mind's consciousness, subconsciousness, and superconsciousness to know that you have more than enough to honor yourself first. Read some books that help you to understand the law of abundance, the law of giving and receiving. I have more than enough, for I know I am a child of God. I know that in his house there are many houses. He offers me silver and gold. All I have to do is ask and be open to receive. Money a job can't give it to you. A job is just over broke. But it can allow you to pay yourself first. It can allow you to get into the stock market. Do that. It can allow you to save gold. It can allow you to buy silver. It will allow you to buy real estate. But first you have to honor yourself first. Honor yourself first. So my question to you is, how do you really feel and what are your beliefs about money? That's a big question. How do you find out? If you go to the Meditate Till You Levitate page, you will find 3 documents. One is called money beliefs. You can download it and print it out and go through those questions and answer them. And you say 10. If you way you none of it money for downloaded. It's also a statement of writing process. How do you feel to forgive yourself for? Oh God. Radical acceptance. I'm actually reading a book called Radical Acceptance. And radical acceptance means that you're not judging anything. You're accepting it all. It doesn't have to be true or false. It doesn't have to be good or bad. You just accept it. Do you know what that means? We are on the road to forgiveness, and forgiveness of everything and everybody will allow you to be better, to get better, to open your heart to the love of giving and receiving, the love of abundance, the love of attraction, and all that. Love is the answer to everything. Unforgiveness blocks all kinds of things from God. So this is actually supposed to be our meditation thing, that we actually meditated this part of the day. So let's take a deep breath, and we're only going to do this very quick. We're not even going to go into the tapping. With the tapping, if you find yourself and you have angst and anxiety, go to the Meditate to Your Levitate page and look at some of the videos about tapping. Tapping is a way to release emotional trauma. Tapping, because you're tapping on your energy spots in your body. Energy spots in your body. And you're changing it. But I noticed that we were spending a lot, like almost 40 minutes trying to go through that. And I don't really want to hold you here. I'm not in hostage or any of that. I just want you to join me in meditating and forgiving yourself, your relationship with money. So get calm. Close your eyes and breathe as we listen to the forgiveness prayer. Go into the gratitude, forgiveness meditation, and then the gratitude. That's going to take about 10 minutes. So let's begin. And remember, it's all about your feeling. You can be sitting, you could be standing, you could be walking. We will hold your space until you can get to another place. You can come in on this at any given time. So let's listen to forgiveness. May it move you and open receive. You judge your relation with money.
Day 10. Forgiveness. I forgive for judging my relationship. Call forth the Holy Spirit and the conscious realm into every cell, every atom, every molecule, every tissue, every organ, system in my being, asking to have transformed every energy, every pattern, every belief, every program, every attitude, every perception, every expectation, every intention, and every behavior and motivation related to money, wealth, and abundance, bringing it into alignment with the perfect will of God. I now consciously and willingly call for the consciousness of the higher mind I am, every atom, every molecule, every organ, and every asking to have transformed every energy, every pattern, every belief, every program, every idea, every attitude, every perception, attention, and behavior, and related to money, bringing it into alignment of God. I now consciously and willingly call for the holy consciousness of the higher mind I am into every atom, every molecule, every tissue, cell, and everything in my being, and every belief, every idea, every act. I am so it is today for my with money.
That is such a powerful prayer. She said, change everything, transform everything. So let's go into the meditation for forgiveness. And see yourself standing in front of you, holding on to that money that you have been given, you're afraid to laugh.
Forgiveness meditation.
That's not true.
This meditation support you the smallness and pain, allowing the mind and heart to rise into a place of higher consciousness and love. In order to receive the full benefit of this meditative experience, it is recommended that you listen during a time and in a place where you will not be disturbed for 5 to 7 minutes. See, feel, imagine, intended to be so, that you are sitting under a beam of golden light. That light comes from the heart or the mind of God, wherever that may be. And it shines down on you, covering you from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. Throughout every aspect and fiber of your being, golden light. Breathe the light in and release the light. Breathe the light in and release the light. Filled with the following thought form. I forgive. I am forgiving. I am forgiven. I am forgivable. I forgive. I am forgiving. I am forgiven. I am forgivable. For every hurt or pain or upset I have ever experienced, I forgive. I am forgiving. I am forgiven. I am forgivable. For every abandonment, every rejection, every disappointment that I have ever experienced in my life, I forgive. I am forgiving. Light. And allow it to fill you from your feet, of your head, again from your crown, your soul, the golden light of forgiveness. I forgive. I am forgiving. I am forgiven. I am forgivable. Breathe the light. And knowing that the golden light of is now integrated into every fiber of your being. and every hurt and every pain, every wound, every disappointment, rejection, judgment, belief that is anything is now disintegrated in the golden light of forgiveness. You know, believe. I am forgiving, forgivable. And we take a long